Greatest moments that brought us together in 2020. Intro. Looking again on 2020, there will be the standout moments. Where you were when you realized the severity of COVID-19 pandemic. When you observed out that the shutdown was coming to your town, your city, for thousands and thousands of Americans. The moment you lost your job. For the tens of millions more when you discovered out that a mom or dad or loved one had gotten ailing or died from the disease. It was a collection of emotional moments. It became tough to differentiate between days, weeks, months. It was only the moments that stood out. Here are some of the greatest moments in 2020 that brought us together. Lizzo makes history at the 2020 Grammy Awards. The Grammys took place in Los Angeles the same day as Kobe Bryant's tragic death in a helicopter crash, so no one was really in the mood for the usual self-congratulatory award show, especially since it was taking place at the Staples Center, where Kobe had made his legend, playing with the Lakers. But when Lizzo opened the night, taking the stage in a rhinestone-studded black ball gown, and told the crowd, "Tonight is for Kobe," the first track she did was "'Cause I Love You," the title song from her blockbuster album, took a break for a short, and then came back with "Truth Hurts." She, of course, played the flute. Lizzo is nominated for Record of the Year, Album of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best New Artist. The Disney Family Sing-Along. In the early months of the pandemic, there have been very few vibrant spots. The people at Disney, however, had a solution. Host a cheesy, overproduced sing-along of favored Disney tunes from B-list celebrities' homes, from Derek Hough and lady friend Haley Erbert whirling through the kitchens for a madcap Be Our Guest, to Josh Groban on Zoom, singing an operatic You've Got a Friend in Me. Disney's sing-along, which aired on ABC and Disney, used to be proof that old-style enjoyment wasn't going to die throughout the pandemic. It was once just going to seem to be a little distinctive for the time being. Chloe and Halle releases Ungodly Hour. June was rough. The world had just witnessed another emotionless death and the demoralization of Black bodies by police. There were nightly demonstrations. The anger was boiling over. So when Ungodly Hour was released on June 12, much less than 3 weeks after the brutal death of George Floyd, it was once the ideal second of pause as we mourned and accrued our ideas before taking action. The album begins with haunting vocal melodies, a signature for those who are acquainted with the infamous sister duo Chloe and Halle, and deep bass chords that set a tone for the majority of the LP. Tracks like Busy Boy and Don't Make It Harder on Me remind us of melodies from the 1990s and early 2000s, while upbeat tracks like Tipsy and Royal make us take into account that the dance floor is out there ready, somewhere. Summer 2020 was going as well as it could. After a shockingly horrific spring, at least we had the sun and open parks and beaches to do socially distant hangs with friends. Yet, the majority of big pop albums coming out did what pop albums often do: make you yearn to dance, which is not always the best feeling to have in the middle of a pandemic. Then came Taylor Swift. On July 23rd and December 11th, Taylor Swift surprises the world with a new album, Twice. Folklore, which was recorded in secret at some point of the coronavirus lockdown by Taylor Swift and collaborators, including Bon Iver and Aaron Dessner, earned both critical and commercial success after its release. It topped the US and UK charts. Evermore, her 9th studio album, features songs written and recorded in the same periods as Folklore. This is what Taylor Swift wrote on her Twitter. As somber as many of the stories she tells are, the album proved to be a balm for old and new Swifties like myself stuck in isolation, living in fear and now not understanding what would come next. Based on the reality that she used to be capable of producing 2 of these albums, it can also have been a source of relief for her as well. Vogue, as we all know, is embedded deeply in pop culture and modern-day fashion. When you think of a cover of Vogue, what do you picture? a beautiful model woman with long wavy hair and a beautiful dress standing in the center? In the magazine December's cover story, Styles, who is pictured wearing a jacket and dress by Gucci, and his fingers arched around his mouth as he blew the blue balloon, shared his thoughts on personal growth, whether it be in musical style, fashion, or cultural awareness. Also, Harry Styles is the first man to be featured solo on a cover of Vogue. All right, friends, thank you for stopping by, and if you've enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Do leave a comment on what are your thoughts about the year 2020.